Hello and welcome to IVA's 14th official lottery. My name is Jackie Bryant. My pronouns she, her. I'm the principal at IVA and I get to kick us off. For those of you able to join us live on YouTube, welcome. And those checking it out in the future, welcome to you also. I'm the founding principal at IVA Middle School, and before we hear a few more introductions of our team here, here's a quick overview of what you can expect from the lottery today. First, we will pull tokens using a random number generator. After that, a few of us will share a quick history of the school and our lotteries. The main event for tonight will be the presentation of lottery results, the reading of the names. Finally, we will share some next steps and encouragement to stay connected. For those of us live on YouTube, the chat function is enabled. If you have questions throughout, you can enter them there. Lastly, it should be noted that while we're holding this lottery live, students or families are not required to be here in order to receive a spot. Okay, now I will pass over the screen and ask a few of our staff members here to introduce themselves with their name, their pronouns, their role at IVA, and one sentence sharing something we each appreciate about the school. I am going to first pass it off to Carrie Noble.
Hi, my name's Carrie Noble. I use she, her pronouns. I teach algebra and an elective called Games and Logic at the school. And one thing I really appreciate about the school is that it's small enough that I feel like students really get to be known and seen and understood. I'm going to pass it along to my colleague, Ian McCurry.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ian McCurry, he, him. I teach literature and composition and creative writing. Something that I appreciate about IVA is that the teachers here are encouraged to be learners along with our students. I'll pass the mic off to our next teacher.
Hi, I'm Michelle Jackson, pronouns she, her. I teach science, 6th and 7th grade science. And one thing I appreciate about IVA is just how the whole community feels very welcoming, and the staff are all really supportive of not just the students, but each other as well.
I am Richard Williams. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm our director of operations. One thing I like about IVA among many, this last year, my own child started going to IVA in 6th grade. It's been nice to bump into him in the hallways and go to work and school with my own kid. I'm going to get us started now. A bit later in the show, we're going to give a full rundown of how our lottery procedures work. But before we get to those details, the first step we're going to take tonight is actually just conduct the random lottery drawing. That's where all the tokens are pulled in random order. We can conduct a drawing electronically. We use a random number generator. The random number generator essentially will pull all the tokens in a completely randomized order, and then we'll match that randomized list to the token numbers of their corresponding applicant names. For your reference, your specific token numbers were emailed to you on March 27th if you want to look at those. The random number generator we will use today is provided by random.org. I am going to take a moment here and share my screen, and you will see that it is on the random.org website. We're going to begin the random drawing process by pulling lottery numbers for our 7th grade lottery. There were a total of 29 7th graders who applied for our lottery before the March 13th deadline. One student is the sibling of a current IVA student, so they are exempt from the lottery. Each of the remaining 28 students were assigned between 1 and 3 tokens, so in total there were 70 tokens that were assigned to those 28 students. You can see on my screen that the lottery drawing is set up to create a randomized list of numbers between 1 and 70. So when I click Get Sequence, you'll see a list of numbers generated on the screen, and I'm going to go ahead and do that now. The list of numbers you see is 1 through 70 in random order without any repeating. Each number and the order they were drawn represents one of those 70 tokens each of our 7th grade applicants has. Don't worry, you don't need to frantically search and look for your number. To figure out what position it was drawn in, we're gonna match these up to the students they represent, and we'll show that in a presentation a little bit later. I am now going to switch tabs and we're going to look at the eighth grade lottery or generate the numbers for the eighth grade. There were a total of 22 eighth graders who applied for the lottery by our March 13th deadline. One of those applicants is also a sibling of a current IVA student and exempt. So that means the remaining 21 students were assigned between 1 and 3 tokens each. In total, they got 59 tokens between those 21 students. So you can see on my screen now, and this time it says we're going to create some numbers between 1 and 59. Just like last time when I click Get Sequence, we'll get those numbers in random order. I'll go ahead and do that now. Same thing, 1 and 59 with nothing repeated. And so all the sort of random drawing has been done now. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. We are in the background going to go work to match those up with the applicants that they represent. And once we're done with that, we'll come back on the screen and present those out to you one at a time so you could see clearly what position your child was pulled in. In the meantime, now I'm going to pass it back to Ms. Bryant.
Okay, thank you. While we are working on the results, we're going to have our team tell you a little bit more about the school. So I'm going to begin. Our school, IVA Intellectual Virtues Academy, it was just a germ of an idea between educator friends in 2008. The Long Beach community led a charter creation process in 2011 and was approved by Long Beach Unified as our authorizer in 2012. We completed the charter school process by forming our own board of directors, nonprofit status, hired our first employees, found a location, which we've been at since, we love it, hired our teachers, adopted our curriculum, and then held our very first lottery for our founding families. And in that first sweet year, we had 56 kids starting out at a new public charter middle school in Long Beach. And now we are heading into our 14th year in excellent standing with all measures: family, staff, student satisfaction, carefully reviewed finances, attendance rates that are very strong, behaviors and support protocols that incorporate the same level of thoughtfulness to the growth and development of students' emotions as we aim for towards their intellect. We are in strong standing with the district who authorizes this school in Long Beach. IVA received a 7-year charter renewal in 2023. And our 8th graders this year are going to join 12 years of promoted IVA students ahead of them into good academic challenges in high schools all across Long Beach and colleges and careers. I'm going to hand it over to Carrie Noble to give a bit more background information about our school.
Thanks, Jackie. Intellectual Virtues Academy is a small, innovative public middle school, the only one of its kind that's focused squarely and intentionally on intellectual character development. Our mission is to support meaningful development in our intellectual character in both students and staff. With this mission at our core, IVA has become more than just a school. For me personally and my colleagues, IVA is a meaningful place of employment made up of educators that are attracted to this deep mission. We are a community of like-minded local residents that continues to grow. And IVA is a group of students who are at the prime of their development and can see themselves as individual thinkers and can name their intellectual strengths and also which areas they specifically want to grow in. IVA is a community with a common purpose and culture of thinking. This allows meaningful care and connection with students. It allows for academic rigor and support, impacting more than just what they learn, but how they learn and how they're equipped to live well. And this allows for personal formation that goes just beyond the intellect, pushing students and staff to grow as individuals in a community. With all that said, I'll now pass the mic over to our Lit Comp teacher, Mr. Ian McCurry, to discuss logistics and details of the lottery process.
Okay, thanks, Carrie. So when any public charter school in California has more applicants than the number of spots available, they hold a fair and transparent random drawing. Our school has emailed out information about the lottery process. Heading into next year, we have 2 spots available for incoming 7th graders. Like Richard mentioned above, one of our 7th grade applicants is an IVA sibling and will therefore be offered the first spot. The second spot will then be offered to the students whose token was pulled first. After that, all additional students will be waitlisted in the order their token was pulled. Our 8th grade class heading into next year is currently full. All 8th grade applicants tonight will therefore be added to the wait list in the order their token is pulled. This includes the 8th grade student who is exempt from the lottery, who will be offered spot number 1 on the wait list. If you do land on the wait list tonight, please be aware that this is not the end of your IVA road. Every year, there are at least a few students who decline their spot and end up moving away over the summer or during the school year. In some years, we have processed as many as 200 families on the wait list. We explain this so that you know that if you are on our wait list and you do not receive a call this summer or in the first weeks of school, you might get a call later. We encourage you to persist. If you do receive a call from the wait list after the school year starts, you should be encouraged by the fact that a mid-year transition into IVA always ends up being a positive experience. Our small community quickly and warmly welcomes new students into the meaning, purpose, and connections of the school. Whether you're accepted or waitlisted tonight, IVA has upcoming events and invites all students to attend. A year ago, one of our students received their spot at the end of January. On their first day at school, our IVA staff was confused by their openness and comfort with other students. We asked them how it was they were so comfortable, and they listed the kids they knew from the summer events and at orientation. If you are available for any of these dates, please do come. Our welcome events are a great time to get to know the culture of thinking here at IVA. This is a community that in everything we do strives to help students live and learn well. Plus, it's a really fun way to get to know a few students and staff members before the school year begins. Next, I'll pass it along to our science teacher, Michelle Jackson, to tell you more about the numbers in today's lottery.
So in the 7th grade lottery today, we have 29 applicants. 2 of these applicants will be offered a spot in regular admissions, and the remaining will be added to the wait list. One of these applicants is a sibling of a current IVA student and will be offered the first spot. The second spot will be offered to the applicant whose token is pulled first. After these 2 spots are offered, the remaining 27 applicants will be added to the wait list in the order their token is pulled. The 8th grade lottery has 22 applicants, all of which will be added to the 8th grade waitlist. The first position on the waitlist will be offered to the applicant who is an IVA sibling. After this, the remaining 21 applicants will be called in order their tokens were pulled. For transparency, your token numbers were sent last week. According to our school charter, each applicant tonight was assigned between 1 and 3 tokens. Tokens are assigned based on the following criteria. 1 token assigned to every student that applied by the March 13th deadline. 1 additional token was assigned to any student who lives within LBUSD boundaries. 1 additional token was assigned to any student whose home elementary school has 55% or more of their population that qualifies for free or reduced school lunches. We will begin presenting the lottery results shortly. Each result page will inform you of the following: student name, which of your token numbers were pulled, the position of your token number was pulled in, and your status accepted or waitlisted. We will only display the results of your first token that was pulled. We will not repeat names for when your second or third tokens were pulled. Today's lottery procedures were determined by our charter, which is authorized by LBUSD and meets state and federal guidelines. It is our desire to be fair, transparent, and clear, and we welcome your feedback. If at any time you want to express your concern or feedback about the lottery process itself, please complete the form available within your email and we will respond promptly. Now I'll hand the lottery back over to Ms. Bryant.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Our lottery results are ready. Richard is now going to share his screen where we will see the lottery results. Each slide will display the student name, their token number pulled, and their status. Various staff members will read the results as they're displayed. We will begin with our 7th grade results with Miss Noble reading.
Thank you. Our first student, Aurora Antes, is exempt from the lottery and offered spot number 1 in regular admissions. Isabella Martinez Hernandez is represented by token 65 and offered spot number 2 in regular admissions. There are currently only 2 spots available in next year's 7th grade class, which means all remaining 7th grade applicants will be added to the wait list. Mr. McCurry will now read the order of the 7th grade wait list.
This concludes the results of our 7th grade lottery. Oh, sorry. Langston Clark is represented by token 8, offered spot number 1 on our wait list. Thalia Thornton is represented by token 42, offered spot number 2 on our wait list. Emmett Richardson is represented by token 33, offered spot number 3 on our wait list. Heaven Finney is represented by token 10, offered spot number 4 on our wait list. Madison Buchanan is represented by token 53, offered spot number 5 on our wait list. Alina Roman is represented by token 37, offered spot number 6 on our wait list. Dario Garcia is represented by token 13, offered spot number 7 on our wait list. Julius Bedrosian is represented by token 6, offered spot number 8 on our wait list. Noah Weber is represented by token 47, offered spot number 9 on our wait list. Julian Tittle is represented by token 45, offered spot number 10 on our wait list. Carlos Mesa is represented by token 26, offered spot number 11 on our wait list. Neela Mays is represented by token 20, offered spot number 12 on our wait list. Alex Rodriguez is represented by token 36, offered spot number 13 on our wait list. Manasa Viveo Santos is represented by token 69, offered spot number 14 on our wait list. Anzi Kachiro Medina is represented by token 23, offered spot number 15 on our wait list. Elliot Timmons is represented by token 49, offered spot number 16 on our wait list. Jordan Adger is represented by token 3, offered spot number 17 on our wait list. We have a sibling unit, Demetrius and Caden Ship, represented by token 61, offered spot number 18 and 19 on our wait list. Eva Garza is represented by token 55, offered spot number 20 on our wait list. Emery Reynolds is represented by token 29, offered spot number 21 on our wait list. Nicole Massaro is represented by token 16, offered spot number 22 on our wait list. Ana Luzier Jimenez is represented by token 57, offered spot number 23 on our wait list. Nathan Tucher Jr. is represented by token 66, offered spot number 24 on our wait list. Fiona Bender is represented by token 70, offered spot number 25 on our wait list. Julia Vela is represented by token 63, offered spot number 26 on our wait list. Alexa Roberts is represented by token 59, offered spot number 27 on our wait list. Okay, sorry. So this concludes the results of our 7th grade lottery. We'll now transition our screen to display the results of our 8th grade lottery. There are currently no spots available in next year's 8th grade class, so all students will be added to the wait list, beginning with the one exempt applicant. Our 8th grade results will be read by Ms. Jackson.
Caden Hagan is exempt from the lottery and offered spot number 1 on our wait list. Hui Chun Chen is represented by token 33, offered spot number 2 on our wait list. Gabriela Bernal is represented by token 34, offered spot number 3 on our wait list. Adrian Rubio is represented by token 24, offered spot number 4 on our waitlist. Sylvia Gonzalez is represented by token 15, offered spot number 5 on our waitlist. Kiara Tapia is represented by token 48, offered spot number 6 on our waitlist. Francisca Yanez is represented by token 6, offered spot number 7 on our waitlist. Isaiah Cook is represented by token 25, offered spot number 8 on our waitlist. Donna Rafaela Flores Lagos is represented by token 39, offered spot number 9 on our waitlist. Michelle Monreal is represented by token 53, offered spot number 10 on our waitlist. Shailene Garcia is represented by token 16, offered spot number 11 on our waitlist. Ione Anglin is represented by token 43, offered spot number 12 on our waitlist. Giselle Hernandez is represented by token 52, offered spot number 13 on our waitlist. Dylan Ayala is represented by token 8, offered spot number 14 on our waitlist. Grayson Crumble is represented by token 29, offered spot number 15 on our waitlist. Brian Hurd is represented by token 58, offered spot number 16 on our waitlist. Selassie Shabaka is represented by token 56, offered spot number 17 on our waitlist. Nathan King is represented by token 20, offered spot number 18 on our waitlist. Mia Samano is represented by token 40, offered spot number 19 on our waitlist. Brian Calcel is represented by token 50, offered spot number 20 on our waitlist. Raymond Montiero is represented by token 2, offered spot number 21 on our waitlist. Jackson Pruess is represented by token 59, offered spot 22 on our waitlist. End of 8th grade lottery results.
Okay, this concludes our lottery for the 7th and 8th grade. Thank you for attending, and thank you to all of the staff who've helped make this happen tonight. We do want to take a moment again to share our screen and encourage you to stay connected with us. Whether you've been accepted or you've received a spot on our wait list, we're going to take a look at the timeline. Okay. Whoops. Okay. By tomorrow, April 3rd, whether you're accepted or waitlisted, we will notify you by email of the lottery results. Accepted families will be asked to accept their spot and complete registration by May 1st. No fear if assistance is needed with this. Our office staff is very supportive and helpful. After May 1st, if enough families have declined their spots, we will begin to offer unclaimed seats to students on the wait list. If you're on the wait list, don't hesitate to call our office after this date and check in on your spot. You'll also see on my screen a few important welcome event dates. We have the Popsicle Social at Los Cerritos Park on Sunday afternoon and our beach day at Mother's Beach on a Friday. It will be kind of cold. Whether accepted or waitlisted tonight, all are welcome to attend. These events provide opportunities for students and families to get to know each other and to get to know our IVA staff and teachers and to get acclimated into the culture of our school. These dates will also be emailed to you so that you'll be able to mark your calendars. A couple of logistic details to note. Be aware that accepted and registered students solidify their enrollment on the first day of school. Students who do not attend the first day of school may forfeit their spot, and it will then be offered to the next student on the wait list. Please also note that we are still accepting applications for all grades. New applicants will be added to the bottom of the wait list in the order their application is received. If you have friends you'd like to go to attend school alongside, please continue to encourage them to apply. I'm going to stop sharing my slide. And that is it. Thank you for participating in our lottery event today. We hope you have a wonderful weekend and a great finish to